Hi, everyone. It is 11/11, a date that will live in infamy. 11/11 is a power number if you've studied numerology at all. And for me personally, it has always been a landmark time. 5 years ago on 11/11, I quit drinking. I have been sober for 5 years and I love it. For those of you who can't imagine your life without that glass of wine, I understand. I have been there. And for many of you, it's not an issue at all. You're able to have that glass and enjoy. But for me, I always had to have at least 3 or 4. And most of my regrets and mistakes in life started with that first drink. It was when I hurt someone's feelings by saying something insensitive that I was struck that I didn't want to be that person anymore. And I made a decision. Oh gosh, and I remember my first Thanksgiving 5 years ago thinking everybody's going to wonder why I'm not drinking, because that was so much a part of my persona. And nobody cared. I was the only one having angst and anxiety and feeling odd because having that drink in my hand made it so much easier to socialize and to be the life of the party. And I wondered, would I still be fun? And turns out I was more fun because I wasn't stumbling around, slurring my words, doing things I regretted, having to make apologies the next day, or trying to remember what I did the next day. 5 years sober. I feel like it gives me a real advantage in life too, because while everybody else is drinking, I am well aware of what's going on. I'm well in control of my faculties and can still have fun with no regrets. If you have ever wondered, and I've always wondered, do I have a drinking problem? And I would ask dear friends, and they'd be like, no, no. And the thing is, nobody else can tell you. You know. I knew. And I am really grateful that I learned how to say no and change the whole paradigm of my life and who I am and my way of having fun and engaging and being joyful. So that's the first profound thing that happened on 11/11. The second was that a year ago, I met Mark, my Mark. After leaving my marriage, I wasn't necessarily thinking I would meet anybody and not planning on meeting someone that would be a life partner so soon. And yet, meeting Mark preceded me making a decision to fall madly in love with me. And that was the baseline for what would follow. Loving me was the baseline. And you will never attract love greater than the love you have for yourself. You will get what you expect and you will get what you put up with. And when you love yourself, you only put up with good stuff for yourself. And wow, what a year it's been. Today, 11/11, is not just our 1-year anniversary, but I'm going to be standing on the beach officiating at a wedding for 2 dear friends that live here in my apartment complex, Chelsea and Alexi. They are young. They're so full of love for each other, and I've never been more honored because I know this is a match made in heaven. And I get to officiate? Wow, 11/11 is a powerful number. It's a powerful day. Perhaps for you, it will be a powerful start for a paradigm shift in your own life. And our word of the weeks was resilience and has been resilience, building off of the word strength. And I have to say that the reason we can get up, dust ourselves off, and move on is because, well, for me, I believe the underpinning of my world is well-being. I believe the universe has my back and my front and my side. I believe that even if it looks bad, ultimately it's going to work out for good. I'm always expecting something wonderful to happen. Even when it seems poopy, I consider it a temporary condition, which gives me resilience. And I encourage all of you to change your view of life, because what you perceive this life to be is what you will get out of it. I want it to be a wonderful adventure for all of us. So on this 11/11, I am asking for wisdom and a word to guide us through to the next 2 weeks. And the answer is education. I actually started taking a class at my church every Monday night. It's a healing class, and it's a how to use energy to heal yourself and others. So interesting, fascinating. I also belong to my Toastmasters group, education. I think was it Lucille Ball who said, as long as you're learning, you will never get old. Better than Botox. Education. Have you always wanted to learn something? I was taking a walk the other night, and there's this music studio around the corner, and I thought it was just for kids, a school of rock kind of thing, and they have guitar lessons, and I thought, I've always wanted to play the guitar. I love the guitar. It's exciting to learn something new, a skill, a hobby, or even to learn something new about you. So education, may our minds and our hearts be open to learning something new. Have a beautiful couple of weeks. Talk to you soon.